Hey, hey, hey. So look, it's a bit of a sad time in Australia. I don't know what it looks like on the ground. Um, but from what I can tell, the new days are here. Um, it's been reported that as of the 1st of January this year, it's no longer legal. It's illegal to import disposable vapes into Australia. Um, the authorities argue this is to save the young people. Um, when in fact, if I don't know, I mean, I was a cigarette smoker when I was a child, when I was a teenager, and a lot of us were, but it wasn't a problem because, well, maybe it was a problem, but at least because they were getting tax out of it. And as far as I can tell, that is what this is about. This is about the fact that the Australian government never allowed for nicotine juice to be sold legally in Australia, so they thought they could stifle it through the mod era of vaping, um, and still, the vaping shops didn't sell nicotine in their vapes, and they just normally gave people an address in New Zealand online to order their nicotine juice in, and that was the way people got around it. But then the rise of disposables, um, I guess, made the government go, well, this is happening now. We fucked it. We're not taxing this. We missed the boat. And now we're just going to try and blow the whole situation up. And as a fully grown adult who enjoys vaping, am I addicted? Probably. But I was addicted to fucking dirty durries beforehand, and nobody gave a shit. And cigarettes are, they smell, they make you smell, they give you uh clear lung damage, cause phlegm, cause mucus, cause coughs, which, as far as I can tell, these don't. Um, and in general, it's just, I mean, cigarettes are well, they used to be social when you could smoke everywhere and things, but those days are gone. And these, you can use them in the car without stinking out your car. I mean, now you've got bloody vape fascists who don't want you vaping anywhere, and now that's only going to get worse, I guess. I mean, I stocked up on my Bar Plus pod, so I'm right for a couple of months. Um, don't know what it's going to look like when I finally go in and see the state of things in, March, April, May. Hopefully by then they've uh they've busted their wad of funding on stopping it, and it just goes on per usual. Hopefully, as far as I can tell, this Australian government's basically bankrupt. I mean, the Victorian government's basically bankrupt. They couldn't afford the fucking Commonwealth Games because they blew their wad on a ridiculous COVID um, regiment that did nothing to stop people from dying. Ultimately, but locked people in their homes, and but that's not the point. My point is, I've noticed recently that maybe I don't know what it is, but the portrayal of cigarettes in television and films seems to have risen recently. And, from watching television and films for the last almost 6 months, I think there's maybe only two or three portrayals of vaping ever. Um, you know, is this honestly what we've become? Like, the Australian government won't do anything about cigarettes because they're getting money out of it. Like, that's all this is about. This is not about health. This is about tax. And for every vapor who isn't buying cigarettes is like how much money that they're not getting. It's ridiculous, you know. Um so what can I say? Um, I'm not looking forward to the conversation I'm going to have with my doctor and finding out what those bloody um, pharmacy pods are like, pharmacy vapes are like. But I guess I'll go there when I need to. And, since it's going to be taxed, it's going to be hella expensive and things, I guess. I don't even know. I mean, I don't even know whether general pharmacies are going to have it or whether it's kind of like the situation with legalized cannabis in Victoria, where you know so many places just don't stock them or whatever. Probably won't be covered by the PBS, so you have to pay full on them. Although I may be wrong. Um, and I mean, as someone who hasn't smoked cigarettes in pretty much a year, I don't know whether I'll even be covered to get a prescription, where I'll have to go to fill it. Um, you know, it's just it really just makes me really upset that you know um mainstream media is on board. They're just fucking choking down on the scrotum of the government. You know, making out that this is for the kids. It's always about the friggin' kids. Um, it's just like it begs belief that we live in a time where something that is clearly less harmful than the alternative is the one that gets banned. You whilst people continue to get lung cancer, continue to get emphysema, um, continue to stink like a fucking rotten fish, um, and it's anyway. That's just my piece about this. It's really annoying. There's no coming back from it now. And as I say, I think the government has a certain amount of budget to stop this from coming through. It's probably not going to work. I'm probably making a mountain out of a molehill because you know before this came through, the market for counterfeit cigarettes, for illegally imported cigarettes, was booming and things. Um, and this will probably be no different. But the simple fact is, um, this is not about um, health. It's not. It's not. It's not about. It's about not getting taxed for this. Um, and it's basically sour grapes that they didn't get in when they ought to have. They're not doing the same thing as New Zealand is doing by uh, stopping the sale of cigarettes by age. They don't give a shit about public health. Um, they don't care, you know. And I mean, the state of Australia, it's so clear that the government doesn't care about people. Um, they care about agendas. They care about optics. Um, and it's like what is the point? Why has it come to this, you know? Um, it's just insanity. Really, it's insanity. That's all I can say. Maybe as I say, making a mountain of a molehill. But, you know, this is not medication. This is a pastime. This is something that I ought to be able to buy from a shop legally and just enjoy it instead of going to my doctor going, oh, I want to get off cigarettes, let me vape. Like, and you know, this whole argument that, oh, the flavors are aimed towards kids. It's like, no, they're, it's because it's an option. It's enjoyable. And if you want to stop children from using it, um, I don't know. Why do you want them from using it? Hi, Avengers newbie. Is that a positive thing that you've put there? Is that what is that? A high five? High five. Very nice. Um, so I don't know what else we can do. I mean, there's just so much propaganda against vaping, everywhere. You know, the one story of some guy who died and da da da, and popcorn lung and vitamin E acetate and all these kinds of things. It's like, well, look, are we human beings? Do we have the right to choose? Do we have to be criminals just to live our lives the way we want to? You know, it goes beyond reason, and um, it's just, I mean, look, 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, something, there was meant to be a crackdown in sales. It didn't happen. Um, and when I spoke to the tobacconists late last year, they were just like, "Yeah, nah, it's just the prices are going to go up." Hopefully that's the case. I mean, bloody shouldn't, but I mean, as the technology gets better, it should be that the prices are going down. But who's to say? Who's to say? Um, you know that Mark Dreyfus. You are a disgrace to the Dreyfus name. Who the fuck do you think you are? It's just anyway. Um, do I look forward to getting back on cigarettes? Do I look forward to cigarette coughs, coughing up phlegm, raspy lungs, all that kind of shit? No, I'm not, and hopefully it won't come to that. But um, what can we do? There's nothing we can do. Um, it's like I don't know. The simple fact that people are still smoking cigarettes when this is better for you and cheaper and tastier, a better and I mean, I don't even know if there is nicotine in this. Um, there's nothing on the boxes. I'm in it for the flavors. I'm in it for the chill that it gives me. And well, I guess I'll leave it at that. Thanks for viewing, and if you've got opinions on this, please leave them in the comments. Um, and I don't know what we can do. There's basically nothing we can do, and as I say, I've stocked up on my stash, so I'm all right for the meantime. Still got a little bit left on this. These are really nice ones. These HQD clicks. I've only found like one place in Melbourne that sells them. Um, but they're quite tasty, and these ones were 6,000 puffs. So I was all about the, you know, um, if for environment reasons, like being able to have rechargeable, disposable pods, but not the actual devices, which has been really good. Damn the man. Save Ferris. It's not a good time to be in Australia. That's for sure. Well, I mean, every time is a good time to be in Australia in general, but as far as being a nicotine addict is concerned, pathologizing addiction, so you have to act like a bloody addict and you know, turning doctors into nicotine peddlers. It's just stupid, man. It's fucking stupid. Um, you know, maybe I'll get on those on the Lucy's or whatever they call them, those the gumming things. I don't know what I'm gonna do. As I say, I don't even know if I'm addicted. I just enjoy it, and you know, um, they're even criminalizing non-nicotine vapes as well, and it's like, well, you haven't proven that it's doing anything wrong compared to something, you know, you would prefer kids to be, going out to the jungle and smoking durries than just ingesting something that's, as far as it goes, is pretty benign. Um, so yeah, man, fuck the man, fuck the Australian government. This is bullshit. It's about tax. It's not about public health. Um, and it's too late to do anything. Um, apart from hoping that the budget that they've got to stop it from coming into Australia only lasts a little while. And as far as it goes, dealing with police and whatnot, compared to criminals, yeah, compared to nicotine dealers, um, I have faith that it's going to go on and on, and yeah, it'll certainly be interesting to see, how far they take it, or whether they concede in the long run and they just let it go and finally legalize it or whatever it is. But as I say, I'm sorted for the meantime. We'll see what it's like in a couple of months when I have to um, scrounge out and trying to get my pods again. Um, so yeah, it's the war on vaping, man. And we are the dissidents. Unless you're in Southeast Asia. If you're in Southeast Asia, you're probably sorted. And then you can go to Thailand and get stoned. But you probably can't vape in Thailand. So it's this whole crazy thing. It's fucking crazy. The world's upside down. Um, so stay strong. Hope you got your stash sorted in Aussie to get through the next tough couple of months. Although that said, they probably stocked up before the embargo happened, so it should all be fine. But I'm just, you know, I'm kind of reticent to even vape in public anymore, just because um, there's been such a hullabaloo, such a scare campaign about it, you know, and yeah, it's mental. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. That's a 20-minute rant. Um, thank you, Avengers newbie, for your high five. High five, everyone. High five, and keep on vaping and keep on showing that this is a better choice. Peace to the lovers.